what's going on? It's Micah James with the Tactical End Podcast. I just recorded this episode and the recording got lost. So, with that, here we go again. That was very upsetting. I put a lot of effort, put a lot of feeling, put a lot of heart into that last recording. So I will try to have the same amount of enthusiasm as I did in that one. I will make a break in the center of this, probably about the 10-minute mark or less, just so I can save the recording. I know that I have it. Internet's been kind of finicky. I just got it, but yeah, it's still been kind of finicky. Being in the urban environment that I am living in, I don't understand why my internet is so bad. It should be better. It's just the company that I ran with, I guess. But with that said, this episode of the Tactical End Podcast, I would like to be talking about where I want to be going as a community, as a channel, and just as an individual here on the platform, whether that's on YouTube or on Instagram, Spotify, or whatever. Eventually, I will be getting these podcasts onto Spotify for you guys. Right now, YouTube is the platform that I'm working with until I can build a little bit more of a community, and then we'll move over to Spotify for you guys at your guys' request. That's kind of the goal for that. But moving forward, so as a channel, I think the main purpose is I want to build a tactical community. And you look at all these other channels, you look at all these other like podcasts and everything like that on YouTube, on Spotify or whatever, and you see these people that, they have a tactical community and they train, they make training videos and they make all these different videos that say, hey, this is what I did and this is how to do this and this is how to do that. And that's not what I am talking about. What I'm talking about is I'm talking about a community that wants to come together and have a discussion. I've been in the tactical community for over a decade now. I've been doing training tactics. I've been studying military fighting techniques and X, Y, and Z, all the nerdy stuff. I've been doing that for over 10 years. And that's not a long time, but it just goes to show that I am committed and I've done it for a while and I want to continue to do it. Now, when you look at all these other channels, they're making a community where they can teach and they can train these people. And that's not what I'm looking for. Yes, I make videos of, here's how to do a shoulder transition. Here's how to do a weapons transition. Here's how to do a reload or videos like that, right? Don't get mistaken. I am not making those videos to show you guys how to do it. I am making those videos to show you guys how I do it. So I'm not trying to say this is the end-all be-all way to do this, because there isn't. There's multiple ways to skin a cat. There is. And to say that this is the one way to do it would be false. People have different circumstances that they live in. People have different environments that they live in. They have different capabilities. You can't say that this is the one way to do this. And I'm seeing so many people in the tactical community have these training groups and have these training sessions where they are the instructor and they show people how to do X, Y, and Z from their how many ever years in special operations, which is outstanding. I love that. That is amazing that they can do that. It's amazing that you guys can be able to go and experience those training classes and be able to gain that knowledge. But that's not the purpose of this channel. That is not the purpose of the community that I want to grow. The purpose of the community that I want to grow is to have a discussion, to talk to one another, to say, hey, this is how I found that this works. And then to be able to have a conversation about it, to find what works for the people around us, because we all have different ways that we are able to do things. That's another big thing of the channel that I talk about. And that is purpose-driven. Be purpose-driven. Have purpose-driven kit. Have a purpose-driven rifle setup. Purpose-driven home defense plan. Everything that you need, everything that you have should be for a reason. Do not do it because you saw someone on YouTube do it. That's one of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of people get into, is they will see someone do something online and think that that looked cool, so I'm going to do it. Don't do that, because you as an individual have different ways and different capabilities that that person either doesn't have or they have more of. So everyone's not the same. So you will see, I guess it's kind of my motto for the channel. It's the Tactical Den podcast, One Nation. We are one nation, but we are individuals in one nation, and that's what's outstanding, and that's what's amazing, is we can be individuals in the great nation that we have. And we as a people need to come together as one nation. And what I mean by that is all of these people in the tactical community are great, but there are some people in the tactical community that are very cringe. And there are people that are great outside of each other, but they hate each other. And then that makes cringe. Like, there's so much testosterone being thrown around in the tactical community that sometimes it's laughable, because you see these people that want to better themselves, but they can't better their judgment because they hate certain people because they do things a certain way. And it's sad. It hurts to see, because we should be coming together to be helping each other, to be talking to each other and trying to make each other better, not sitting there and having a pissing contest of who's better, of who does what better. You see, like, an example of this is the whole GBRS and the irregulars drama. There's a lot of drama going on with GBRS group, okay? And honestly, sure, there's drama. But I am tired of seeing people judging people that either listen to their stuff or have some of their gear, and then people say, oh, well, didn't you hear what happened with GBRS group? Why are you buying their stuff? Bro, it doesn't matter. We all have mistakes that we make, and we all do certain things. And there's a lot of different companies that do other things that aren't super great. What matters is the purpose-drivenness of you as a person and what you're doing. Like, I have a GBRS group Hydra mount. I bought one because I had a reason to buy one. I had a reason to. And the way that was designed was perfect for my needs. I'm getting into night vision shooting. I'm getting into night vision. You know, I just got my PVS 14s, you know. They'll be here shortly. I just got them. They're on hold right now, and so I will be getting them shortly. And then I'm going to start my night shooting. So I've got my PEC 15, I've got my Hydra mount, and I'm ready to start my night shooting. And that's why I have it, purpose-driven. You don't need this cringe of people like having a dick measuring contest on who's better or who does what better. I think that's sad. I think we need to be coming together as a community to be helping each other, not telling each other that, hey, well, the person that I listen to is better. And imagine you're getting all of your information, all of your skill based off of a class you went to, or based off of someone you listen to on YouTube, and you think that you're better than the person next to you because you listened to a guy that didn't get into a lawsuit, or you listened to a guy that did like 5+ years in the Army instead of doing 10+ years in Air Force TACP or whatever. So you get that cringe, or you get a lot of people comparing. And I want to stay away from that. I want to just have people talking to each other about the way they do things and why they do it that way. Purpose-driven. Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? What is the purpose? And on the counter side to that, how can that help you? That's what I want to look at. That is how I want this community to go. I'm going to take a break for a second real quick, and then I'm going to jump right back in, and we're going to go and we're going to talk kind of about the team mindset and the Tactical Den mindset. I'll be right back. Hey, we're back. something that I really wanted to start talking about is the mindset behind why we're doing what we're doing. And that is, it is so crucial to be able to stand together and to protect the people we care about. And to be honest, like, really think, why are you doing what you're doing? What is your why? You know, you hear that a lot in the military, is what is your why, right? And a lot of us, it's to protect our families. Some of us, it's a hobby. Some of us, it's because you're preparing for the end of the world. And some of us, it's all of the above. And a lot of us just want to have fun and practice our Second Amendment right, which is great. I think that's great. I think that's amazing. But for us that really are looking at it as we have a duty to protect our families, I think there's something to be said about the willingness to want to train, to want to get better. You see a lot of people come in that are the 9-to-5ers that just don't care. They're there. They go to work, they come back, and they just sit down and they pop a cold one and they just start drinking, and then they go to sleep and they wake up the next day and do the same thing, and they are not improving in life. People that don't improve in life have no purpose. If you do not improve in life, you have already died. That's my opinion. I really think so. I think that in life, you need to be improving to be alive. If you sit there and you become an empty, soulless individual, what are you living for? There's a difference between just being here and having air to breathe and, be walking around and being alive. You need to be living, getting better, improving yourself. Are you committed? Are you committed to the cause to do that? And that's another reason why I love Burn the Ships. I love it. I know GBRS Group just came back with using that slogan again. I mean, it's been a thing. Burn the Ships has been a thing for a long time. And the fact that they are remodeling it and using it in the tactical community for all us gun nerds, I think is great. I think it's amazing. And I think it really shows what we need to be doing. And then on top of that, the one I like to use and the one that you hear more often is come back with your shield or on it. I personally, I think the Spartans are something that people look at in the tactical community as they should. I mean, as badasses, as people that were committed to their cause and were willing to give their lives for, and they did. I think that there's something to be said about that. But with that said as well, they were together. They came together as a bunch of individuals into one. The same thing that we are trying to do here with One Nation, the Tactical Den podcast, One Nation. When I was in training, one of my cadres said something to me that stuck. And I actually wrote down something similar to it, kind of paraphrasing it and putting some things into my own words and kind of looking to kind of the explanation of, I guess, the history side of it. So I wrote something down here. I'll post it on the Instagram. Be sure to go check that out. But it's this here. And I quote, "Much like the Spartans in the old days, we face a foe much bigger than ourselves. Our families must be protected, and our freedom must be preserved. Our only hope as a people is to come together as one nation and hold the line and fight against the evils in this world." The Spartans would use their shield. They would use their shields as much more than just a personal protection piece. Spartans would use a sort of combat utilizing their shields that would rely heavily on teamwork. Warriors would pack tightly together and link their shields. A Spartan's priority was to protect the man to his left. He attacked after the man to his left was secure. If I fail to protect the person next to me, then I fail. We look out for one another, not just ourselves. This is what keeps us safe. We must burn the ships, hold the line, come back on our shields, with our shields, or on them. Burning the ships means that there's no going back. We hold the line and we advance. We win or lose. Come back with your shield or on it was a saying that the Spartan wives and mothers would say to them, with the idea that if you win, you'll come back with your shield. If you flee, you'll have thrown your shield to the ground and run. If you come back with your shield, then that means that you have won. If you come back on your shield, you would have fought to the death, end quote. And I think there's something to be said about the men that are committed, the men that are committed to the cause. And with that there, hold the line is something that I've been saying a lot. And you can see it on a couple of my posts, and I really want to bring that. One nation and hold the line are the two things that I really want to start saying. I want people to start saying, because I think there's a lot of power in those words. And the thing with the shields, like holding the line. If I were to stand there and hold my shield to protect the person to the left of me, if I decided that day I didn't want to train, I didn't want to get better, and I just wanted to be whatever, and a dude comes and absolutely obliterates my defense, I die. But not only that, but the person to the left of me is relying on me to protect their right half. And if I can't do that, then they die. And imagine me wanting to stand there and expect the person to my right to protect me, but I can't even do that for the person on my left. That's sad. That's pitiful. There's no excuse. Holding the line firm means that we are here as one nation. We are here to protect ourselves and one another and our families against the evil in this world that is preparing to kill us. Hold the line firm. We are one nation. That's what I got for you guys today. Have a good one. This episode of the Tactical End podcast. I'm so happy that you guys joined us. It was a shorter one today. It wasn't super long, but I think I conveyed what I was trying to convey in those short 17 minutes. And again, it was just to kind of set the tone of what we're doing here. And I think that's important so we can all get on the same page and we can all start growing together. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. Be sure to check out the Instagram. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel here, and we'll grow. We'll grow together, and then I'll get this stuff on Spotify, get this stuff on Apple, and so you guys can listen as you guys are doing your daily commutes and stuff. And unless you guys have like the YouTube Premium or whatever it is, but I really want to get this stuff out there. But hey, we're all busy, right? Like a full-time job, wife and kids, and side hustles that we all got to take care of. And man, I know the struggle, and I'm there with you boys. So yeah, go ahead and follow the channel and follow the Instagram, and we can start growing together. Leave a comment what you guys think and what you guys are kind of thinking on, honestly, everything. I'm kind of just rambling on now, but it's good to talk to you guys, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. One nation, boys.